Are you guys ready for Michael? Michael!
Some people call me the doctor of love. You see, I've been teaching for over 20 years classes on the psychology and philosophy of love, and in my clinical practice, I've helped hundreds of single people and couples redefine their romance and get more connected. So, I thought I knew a lot about this topic until about 4 years ago. So I'd studied the passionate phase of relationship where, you really get to have these exciting, electric feelings. And I realized through my study that that's natural for people in their teens and 20s. And that as a relationship goes on, you move into kind of a comfortable, relaxing phase, and the excitement just goes away. It's okay, it's not bad, it's just what happens. And then I met Olivia. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Kelly, the woman to whom I'm married, but there's something about Olivia that just renews things that I thought I was no longer capable of. Now, Olivia is younger. In fact, she's 4 years old. She's my granddaughter, and I'm her pap. And, when she was first born, frankly, I was not that interested. She didn't really do a whole lot. And, I felt like I was pretty young to be a grandparent. But then, as she started growing and she started moving and she started communicating and she worked her way into my heart. At about 2.5, she was enrolled in a twice-a-week school about 30 minutes away from where we lived. So Kelly, my wife, and I would take her often to school. Now, at 2.5, your car seat protocol is in the back seat and the child is facing back. So she was pretty bored. She asked if I would come and sit with her. And then we had this face-to-face connection for 30 minutes going every day. And it was really magical. I got to be with her, and we talked about trees, and we talked about rain, and we talked about tunnels, and we even sang songs. We made up songs. Our favorite one was called Moderation. This is a 2.5-year-old. It goes like this: moderation, moderation. What do you need in moderation? You need some chocolate. That's right. You need some, but not too much. What else do you need in moderation? You could see how this could go on for half an hour because you could keep going, everything that you need in moderation. And I really connected with her, and so I would start doing things like I would cancel clients in order to be able to spend time riding with Olivia to school. And we're fortunate to live next door to Olivia. Sometimes I'll be at the house and I'll hear her outside, and I'll run downstairs and I'll go out and see her, and she'll say things like, "Pap, we're going to the store. I can't play with you right now." And you know what? That's okay, because that 30 seconds that I got to spend with her, that was my fix. And so as I got to know her, and really got to be with her more, it came time to turn the car seat around. She was old enough, and she was really excited because she was ready to face the world head on and not just look at where she'd been. And we turned the car seat around and we took a celebratory ride. I was in the back seat with her. And as excited as I was for her, I was also a little sad, because that face-to-face time was gone. And I realized there's going to be 1,000 transitions like this, where she grows up. And it's not that I don't want her to grow up. It's just I don't want her to grow up too fast. So I learned so much from Olivia. It's almost impossible not to learn from her. So when she was 3.5, she and Kelly took me to work. They dropped me off at the office. And as I was saying goodbye to her, I said something silly. She was kissing my hand goodbye, and I said, "Oh, I might drop your kiss." And she looked at me in all seriousness, teaching her student. She said, "When I kiss your hand, you can't drop it. It's not a rock. It's not anything. It's just love. You can keep it with you always." I stood there in stunned silence, amazed at her wisdom. And as they drove off, I realized that I was a crazy old man, standing in the rain, waving goodbye to a car that was already out of sight.